Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Elizabeth Miller, practitioner at Vallejo Health and Wellness Center in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, and I'm here with Dr. Aaron Moreland, the owner and practitioner here at Vallejo. And one of the things we wanted to cover today was the OctiThyroflex labs that we offer through Vallejo. And I am one of those people, I am probably the most phobic of needles that you're ever going to meet, but I'm getting them done this month. So I wanted to talk a little bit about why it would be important for someone to get these labs done, even if they are someone like me with that extreme fear.
Yeah, I think that it's good that you are taking on that fear, that you are going for, because what you're going to gain in knowledge is way more important than having to deal with that. How long does it take to get your blood drawn? Maybe a few minutes. It's well worth it to go forward and get the blood test, because they can reveal things about your health that you have no idea that are going on underneath. And so it's really important that people get these blood labs.
So yeah, when you say that they can kind of uncover things that you have no idea that are going on, so this is a very fitting lab for people regardless of whether they have symptoms or not.
For sure, because we know that most chronic health issues start 20, 30, even 40 years before the person actually has the problem. And so we know that things like heart disease are called the silent killer. Diabetes can be impacting someone's health and they have no idea about it. So blood sugar, they estimate that 50 million Americans right now are dealing with a thyroid condition, and of those only about 10% of them even know that they have a thyroid condition. So that means about 45 million people in America right now are undiagnosed with thyroid issues. They're walking around tired, overweight, brain fog, and they have no idea why, and they're being told that they have normal thyroid because of either maybe they get a blood test, or maybe they just haven't done anything about it. So.
That's so interesting, just because you listed some of the top complaints that are in society right now: tired, overweight, can't lose weight. Those are some really big things that people deal with, and it could be something that you could easily figure out what it is and address it.
Yeah, and we're promoting this at the same time as we're promoting why people should go get physicals. They can get a physical here in our office, or go to their medical doctor and get a physical, but it's so important to get physicals because, again, you can have a health issue going on that you don't know about, and you might be afraid to go find out what it is. You might we see this all the time talking to people about getting their brain checked, and they're like, oh, I don't want to get it checked because I don't want to know what the result might be. But that does not make it go away. Ignorance is not bliss. It's really important that people get these tests, because you could have these tests done and discover something that's going on in your body, and it could prevent you from having years and years of suffering.
Exactly. And with these labs too, so they're great for people whether or not they're showing symptoms. I was talking to my husband because he was like, well, would this even make sense for me, a guy, to do?
Yeah, the Thyroidplex throws them off, I think, because the thyroid, you think of the thyroid, most people that have a thyroid issue are going to be a woman, but we definitely see it in men as well. In the extended video, version of this video that people can watch on YouTube, you will see we show examples of a man that's got a thyroid condition that he came into our office thinking, hey, I feel great, I just want to get my physical done, I just want to see what my blood labs show, and we showed him, hey, you've got a thyroid condition. And so, is it for men? Yes, it's for everybody. And so, in the Thyroidplex, the key is that if you look at this this slide here, it's not just, this is just the thyroid portion of it. We're going to test all of that when someone comes in.
The thyroid part is a small part of it.
It's an add-on to a blood lab that we do on our patients, and we always add that Thyroidplex because there's so many people dealing with thyroid issues.
So I think you've alluded to this at least a little bit, but what really sets OctiThyroflex apart from something that you would get done at your conventional doctor's office?
Yeah, and I think that really, if they really want to dig deeper and find out why it's different, is again, I'd go to that extended version of this video on our YouTube channel, because that's where we go into great detail as to all the differences. But again, if you ever gone to the doctor's office and had your blood drawn for a typical physical, you know you're going to get about a dozen to, maybe a few more different markers, where we're looking at 20, 30, 40 different markers that they're not looking at. Plus we're also doing urinalysis when we're doing that OctiThyroflex. So that's a big difference. And then we look at the patterns that blood lab shows us as well.
Okay. Yeah, that part's really interesting, and we do expand on that a lot in the full video that we have on YouTube. So we'll make sure to include a link to that video along with this one. But is there anything else that you wanted to share in our short, sweet, condensed version here?
Yeah, I don't think so, other than the fact, again, is that these blood labs can be revealing. The first one that we talk about, the one that you actually see up on the slide here, this person here came in dealing with all kinds of health issues, not coming in for a physical, but coming in for to get a second opinion of what's going on. And when we looked at her blood labs, it was very obvious of what the problem was, and they had not been able to figure that out. And the second person, that gentleman, again, coming in thinking he's got everything's working well, discovered some things so that he knew that he could do some things to prevent himself from having major health issues later on in life. And that's truly what these physicals are, is trying to, they're not prevention, but they are early detection, and we can intervene when things are at a much earlier stage than when they become symptomatic. Knowledge is power. It is, yeah, absolutely. So that's why I would recommend that everybody do it. We are in August running a special that typically we spend a lot of time interpreting these labs, and so the price that we charge for that is $100 to interpret them. We're waiving that fee, and so that they we'll interpret them for them, we'll go over them with them if need be with them, and that's all included in the price of the lab. That is awesome. So if people have any questions, they can obviously watch the extended version on YouTube. Yeah, highly encourage that. Otherwise, they can contact the office by calling 952-949-0676 or visiting us online at www.thaleowc.com. Any last words? No, not at all. I hope to see people come into the office for their physicals. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, guys. God bless.